Guys, welcome to Audrey's reading area. Yes, I have today's Wednesday, Multicultural Wednesday. So, I have a book that I'll be reading to you on China's gift to the world. China's gift to the world. And first, I'm going to shout out my grandbabies, Korea, Sanaa, David the Third, and Caden. I love you guys. Miss you guys so much. Yes. Don't forget, you guys, click like and click share. And whoop, whoop, whoop. I have over 1,000 subscribers now on YouTube. So won't you be one of them? Go ahead to YouTube, smash that subscribe button for me. Punch it. Go ahead, punch it. Just go on over to Audrey's reading area on YouTube and subscribe. All right, all right, all right. Yes, and listen to every single video that I read to you guys. I'm encouraging you to read on your own. Okay? Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area live at 8 o'clock p.m.
Live, live at 8, you guys. So I'm just going to jump right into this book, China's Gift to the World, since we are talking about different cultures on this Multicultural Wednesday. This book was written by Linda Yoshizawa, illustrated by Burgundy Beam. Yoshizawa. Hopefully I pronounced it correctly. Forgive me, please, if I did not. All right, let's jump right in. About China. So the chapters, the wonders of Asia, the language of China, language as art, the poet Li Po, the calligrapher's tools, learning calligraphy. Now try this glossary. Okay. So chapter 1, the wonders of Asia. Which, by the way, is my daughter's name. Shout out to my daughter, Asia. I love you. In the late 1200s, Marco Polo, the young son of a trader, traveled to the Far East with his father. For 14 years, he journeyed through China and the Far East. On his journeys, Marco Polo saw many of the wonders of Asia. He saw precious jewels, gold-paved streets, beautiful silk clothing in bright colors. And he tasted all kinds of wonderful spices. He also discovered the beautiful Chinese language. Asia, Europe, Africa, Indian Ocean. Marco Polo. That's his route. His route to China, return. This is his route to China, his return to Valencia. So chapter 2, the language of China. China's towering mountains and huge deserts keep it isolated from Europe for many years. It kept it isolated for many years. During those years, Chinese civilizations flourished, meaning it grew. It flourished, grew. The ancient Chinese knew how to make paper several centuries before the Europeans. They also knew how to print with movable type. The ancient Chinese invented gunpowder, which they used to make rockets and bombs. And they invented a system of writing. By the 3rd century AD, the Chinese understood how magnets worked. They used magnets to invent a compass. Is that how compasses were made and by whom? Okay. Today, China is one of the largest and most populated countries in the world. With so much land and so many people, it's not surprising that the country is so diverse, meaning many different kinds of people, many different kinds of cultures. People in different parts of China even speak different dialects or versions of the Chinese language. So did you know that when the Chinese people speak, there are different dialects or different versions of the language? No matter what dialect they speak, literate Chinese can read the same written language because the language is written in pictures called characters instead of letters. Did you know that? Okay. Each picture stands for a word or an idea. The written language has kept the people united. And here are some samples of some Chinese characters: heart, gold, face, nose, knowledge, fish. Some people tell me that this says lucky. I hope they were telling me the truth. Chapter 3, Language as Art. Most languages change over time. The written language of China has not changed much over the years, though, and modern Chinese scholars can easily read ancient poetry just as it was first written. No translation needed. Translation. That word means if I'm speaking in English and you don't understand, someone has to translate it or say it in a language that you understand. So say exactly what I said in a language that you understand. They have translated it. Good job, you guys. Literature has always been an important part of Chinese culture. So it is a good thing that the literature of the past is easy for people in China to read today. In China, literature is important for its history, ideas, and the beautiful way it is written. Chinese writing is also known as calligraphy. That's right, calligraphy. Chinese calligraphers do not use an alphabet to write individual letters that form words as we do. Instead, they paint a character. Each character is a little picture that stands for one object or idea. Each small character is a work of art in itself. Scholars study and practice for many years to learn how to make each character. Then they practice drawing them in their own individual styles. Okay. Even people who do not read Chinese enjoy looking at the characters drawn by calligraphers. Like this. Drawn by calligraphers. Examples of the art of calligraphy appear in museums all around the world. You could also find examples of this art hanging on the walls in people's homes. To many art lovers, calligraphy is a much loved and treasured form of fine art. And this right here, my dears, is a Chinese poem. A Chinese poem. I can't translate it for you. Okay, chapter 4, the poet Li Po. From ancient to modern times, China has had many famous poets, novelists, and essay writers. One of the best known is the poet Li Po. Li Po lived from 701 to 762 during the Tang Dynasty, a period in Chinese history when all the arts flourished. He wrote about everyday ideas. His writing was happy and light, celebrating the delights of life. Li Po's favorite subjects were nature, friends, and the joy of spending time alone. Although he had a family and spent time living at the emperor's court, he often took time off for wandering around. Perhaps his journeys gave him the inspiration for his poem, like when you get inspiration for his poems. Something inspires him to do it. Li Po won lasting fame as a poet. Sadly, though, he failed to achieve one of his life's goals. The emperor never gave him an official title. Disappointed, he joined a military expedition. The emperor thought the purpose of the expedition was to create a new dynasty, and he became angry. He had the leader of the expedition killed, and he jailed Li Po. Character 5, the calligrapher's tools. And ancient calligraphers used special tools for writing that they referred to as the four treasures. One treasure was their collection of special brushes. They also needed ink sticks and ink stones to make ink. The fourth treasure was fine paper. You ask me why Jay dwell in the green mountain. Jay, smile and make no reply, for my heart is free of care. As the peach blossom flows downstream and is gone into the unknown, Jay have a world apart that is not among men. Okay. The first calligraphy brushes were made of at least 4,000 years ago. The first calligraphy brushes were made at least 4,000 years ago. Modern brushes have not changed much. The bristles, the little hairy-like end of the paintbrush, um, the bristles are still made from animal hair attached to bamboo reeds. Brushes come in different sizes, and the bristles have different textures too. Some are soft and some are stiff, while others have a mixture of soft and stiff bristles. Brush makers use many different kinds of animal hair. They use hair from goats, wolves, deer, sheep, and foxes. Imagine that. Who knew? How cool is that? Ancient calligraphers did not buy ink in a bottle. They made their own ink using an ink stick and an ink stone, making it yourself. Like other traditional calligraphy materials, ink sticks have been used for thousands of years. The basic ingredient means those are the things that it's made of. The basic ingredient in an ink stick is soot. Soot is the black substance in smoke that comes after you burn something. Soot. Some ink sticks use soot from burned pine trees or oil. The soot is collected and mixed with other ingredients that hold it together. Wow. Then the stickers are formed and decorated. Good ink sticks can last as long as 10 years. Surprisingly, the best way to determine an ink stick's quality is to tap it and listen to the sound. The sound should be clear and sharp, not muffled. So when something is muffled, it kind of sounds like this. It sounds like this, like it's muffled. You can't hear it. Kind of muffled, right? An ink stick is not like chalk. It is too hard and solid to write with. After calligraphers choose the best ink stick, they need to turn it into ink. To do this, they need an ink stone. Calligraphers use ink stones to grind tiny flakes off the ink stick. Wow. Wow. Then they mix the flakes with water to make a liquid. To make ink, artists start by putting a little cool water on the stone. Water has a small amount of salt. Water that has a small amount of salt works best. Then they rub the stick in the water. Once they have made a thick liquid, they add a little more water and rub some more. They keep working until the ink is just the way they want it. So tips for making calligraphy ink. Use the best ink stick you can find. Use water that has a little bit of salt. If you cannot use salt water, use well water or tap water or bottled distilled water. Start with a small amount of water. Press the ink stick against the stone and rub lightly in circles. Grind all the ink for one project at the same time. It is hard to make two batches of ink that are exactly the same color. Wow. Wow. Don't make the ink too thick. Thick ink make brush bristles stick together. We don't want that. Don't make the ink too thin. Thin ink may go right through the paper. Use the ink right away. All right. Use it right away. Calligraphers can paint their beautiful characters on any kind of surface. Some artists draw on silk. Most use special paper. Artists who want their work to last a long time use a special kind of paper called swan, Xuan. Swan paper? I hope that's how you pronounce it. Some artwork made on swan paper has lasted 1,000 years. Swan paper does not tear easily and will not be damaged by insects, bugs. Even if the paper gets wet, the artwork will not be destroyed. Chapter 6, Learning Calligraphy. So calligraphy is not easy to learn. The Chinese written language has about 50,000 characters. About 7,000 characters are commonly used. Calligraphers spend years studying them. Calligraphy students begin by learning basic techniques. They learn the right way to hold the brush. They learn the correct posture, like sit up straight, feet flat on the floor when you're writing. Yes. So that's your posture. They learn the correct posture for writing. Then they learn the basic brush stroke. After that, they practice, practice, and practice. One great artist named Wang Zizi spent lots of time practicing while he was growing up. After each session, he cleaned his brushes in the pond outside his family's home. Some people say he cleaned so many brushes that the whole pond turned black with ink. Wow. Interesting. Even though China has a new system of alphabet writing, calligraphy is not a lost art. Many people still use characters to communicate. Character writing is still taught in Chinese schools. Someday, character writing may become less common, but many people will still want to learn this ancient and respected art. And it says calligraphy is written in lines from the top of the page to the bottom, beginning on the right side of the page. That's so interesting. Calligraphy is an art form with many traditions. One tradition is about a special way to practice. Practice is done in 3 stages. The stages are called Mo, Lin, and Zi. Xie is how it's spelled. During the Mo stage, students learn to practice using a brush to make basic strokes. Then students move on to the Lin stage. In this stage, they copy a model. Students copy the model onto paper filled with squares. The Z, Xie, hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly, the Z stage is the time for students to write on their own. They begin to write their own thoughts. In the Z stage, students also develop their own style. Everyone's handwriting looks a little different, and calligraphy, after all, is an art. Check it out. Yes. Now try this. Be a calligrapher. Try some calligraphy yourself. Since you are a beginner, you won't use special calligraphy tools. Instead, use a simple paintbrush with a fine point and some tempera paint. Tempera paint. You can paint on regular art paper. Check this out. See that? This is a friend. I guess that's 2 people together makes a friend. School, dog, looks like a doghouse, right? Sun, and laugh. I love this symbol of laugh. And I love to laugh too. Here's how to do it. Gather the materials you'll need. Practice using the ink paint brush to make the ink paint brush to make different kinds of brush strokes on the paper. I'm getting tongue-tied. Choose a character from the chart to copy. Study the lines in the character. Trace over the lines with your finger and decide how to form the brush stroke. Practice, practice, practice. And there it is. You can pause this video now and practice. Good. And so we have a glossary. Bristles, the hairs on a brush. Dialects, different versions of a particular language. These are the words that were highlighted on the different pages, and they're telling you what they mean. They are highlighted in yellow, and they are telling you what they mean. So diverse, different people. Expedition, a journey with a specific purpose. flourished, steadily grew, or expanded. Ingredient: one of several substances mixed together to make a new substance. Inspiration: something that stimulates a person to be creative. So something that I might look at the sea and that might inspire me, stimulate my brain and inspire me to go swimming, or inspire me to draw a picture of water. Inspiration. Literate: having the ability to read and write. Muffled: unable to be heard, wrapped with material to deaden the sound, like I said, like this. Muffled. Techniques: methods of doing something. That's what techniques mean. Translation: message or text changed from one language into a different language. Translation. You can pause and read. Well, that is the end, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Here's a reader response page with some questions that you guys can check out. Pause and read. Reader response: why hasn't the written Chinese language changed as much as other languages over time? So these are questions from the book. China's Gift to the World. Again, it's by Linda Yoshizawa, illustrated by Burgundy Beam. Gonna read. Wow. I enjoyed reading that. Thank you guys so much. And thanks to my mama, who is always, always, always here. Yes, she's always here showing love and support. Thank you for being here always, Mom. Thank you guys for giving me my 1,000 subscribers. All right, all right, all right. Thank you for all of your love and support. Please, please, please. Yes, click like and share. Share my videos. Share post. Yes, share my post. Thank you to my friend Victoria and my cousin Ellie. They share my videos all the time. And I thank you so much. Here at Audrey's Reading Area, we appreciate all that love and support. It's free to share it. Just share it. Click the link and share it. So, with that being said, I will see you again tomorrow live, Live, live at 8, tomorrow, I'll see ya tomorrow. It's only one day away. Thanks for being here, and don't forget, go to YouTube, look for Audrey's Reading Area, and smash that subscribe button for me. See you soon.